This time in Hobby Journeys, we're looking at the week in Warhammer for 13th of September, with lots of Chaos Dwarfs and Evil Eldar.
Hello, welcome to Hobby Journeys. So as usual, we're going to be looking at the week in Warhammer, this up until the 13th of September, including the pre-orders that went up on the 13th.
Wasn't the 13th Saturday?
Yesterday, yes, that's right, it was.
But the week goes until Sunday.
Well, it depends how you define the week, Matthew. Well, how we're defining the week is as Saturday, which is when the pre-orders go up. So when we would typically do the videos, unfortunately I was working yesterday, so I wasn't able to do a video yesterday. We're doing it today, so here we are. It's all good. So I've just started a mammoth project, which I'm going to be working on, which is, I've decided, normally I do batch painting, so I'm painting maybe sort of a maximum of 5 miniatures at once. I've decided I'm going to do 27 Dark Angels consecutively, doing all of the green, then all of the yellow, then all of the other bits, then the highlights, and doing it in individual steps, but for all of them.
That's
which I reckon
ambitious.
It is, and I reckon it might, if I knuckle down, I could do it in 6 months. So basically I'm going to be painting, I'm doing a squad of intercessors, a squad of Sternguard veterans, 5, whatever the flamey guys are, I can't remember what they're called.
Infernus,
well done, you know. So 5 Infernus Marines, and then some heavy intercessors, and then some characters. I've got a couple of characters, so that's 27 miniatures.
If we'd done this in 2020, you'd been saying a month, wouldn't you? Because you were just constantly...
Well, in 2020, I did a hobby streak, which is where you paint the key is to paint at least 20 minutes every day. I was doing like 22 hours a day, what with being in lockdown, not able to go out and that. So...
you were at work still, weren't you?
I was working, but I was working at home. So I'd literally put my laptop away and go, what am I going to do now? I know, let's paint some minis. So I got through loads. My hobby streak got to 300 days, so literally I've been painting every day for at least 20 minutes. But we need to do some as well, don't we, Matthew? Yes. So we need to do some of yours. So yes. you got some Wolfguard Terminators for your birthday. They're not the firstborn ones. You also have a box of those, which you've never painted. But
I don't like them because they're too small.
They're too small, yeah, but these guys are the full-size fellas, so how about we get those built this week and make a start on those?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that, eh? Right, anyway, shall we get into the week in Warhammer?
I mean, that's why we're here, aren't we?
It is absolutely why we're here. Let's have a look, eh? So it's been a bit of a quiet week this week. There hasn't been a lot in the way of new reveals, at least, or anything significant beyond the usual build-up to the pre-orders. So there'll be a load of articles about the things that are on pre-orders. We won't talk about it because we're going to see them in a minute. But there has been one thing, which was the Codex Drukhari is coming up. So the Drukhari are like what I used to call the Dark Elves, or Dark Eldar, even, back in the day. So these are sort of evil, well, pretty evil Eldar, but they are still sort of buddies, which is odd. These guys are into sort of the slave trading, piracy, all that sort of thing, which you think would set them at odds with the Eldar, who are a lot more very, very high civilization. But no, they sort of seem to be able to get on because they are all after all Eldar in one way or the other. And they would, and they're more into that than worrying about the fact of slicing and dicing and saying they're really bad dudes or whatever. But yeah, so we have a new miniature. So this is Lady Malice. So she's got this barbed sword thing going on. What do you think to this lady?
I don't know much about them, so I don't really know if she's meant to look like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much in theme with the army. Basically, they wear... I mean, if you know what Eldar wear, it's all very slimline, sleek armour. They're a bit like that, but a lot more barbed hooks and stuff because they're like...
evil.
Well, they like torturing people and stuff like that. They're quite into a bit of that.
So they're just evil Eldar, is that it?
Yeah, they're basically Eldar if Eldar went out doing piracy and all sorts of stuff like that, and torturing and slave trading and things, and
I mean, a bit gruesome, but
yeah, it is. Well, we'll have to do a cheeky range review on them at some point. So
we are talking about Warhammer here, aren't we?
Yeah, very true. I mean, they're a bit along the lines of Slanesh. There's so Slanesh was created as a chaos god when the Eldar got a bit overexcited. They had a huge galaxy-wide civilization, but they all got into really bad things, and Slanesh was born out of that. So there is a lot of parallels between Slanesh and the Drukhari, who were basically meant to be what the Eldar were like before the fall of the Eldar. But yeah, so what do you think of the model, though? Do you like the model?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
It's quite cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like the aesthetic? Could you see yourself getting into...
Probably not, no.
Not for you, really? No. I think it's a good model. I love the detail. I think,
Detail is good.
Yeah, face looks great. I mean, the whole model looks great. But yeah, this is... So, typically what you get with the... when you get a Codex release is at the moment, you either get a bit of a full-on or semi-range refresh where you get a load of miniatures for your faction. But at the very least, what they're doing now is when your Codex comes out, you're going to get a character model. So they always do one character or something similar to go along with that Codex release. And this is one for them. I think it's fine. Yeah, it's good. We've also got these new Archon models. So these are sort of leaders in your army as well. So probably like lieutenants in the Drukhari army. What do you think to these guys? Shall we ever zoom in? There we go. What do you reckon to him?
Evil.
He looks quite evil, doesn't he? Quite cross. I do like a good cloak to paint, though. Nice cloak, lots of detail.
He looks like Gru.
Who's Gru?
From Minions.
Oh, right, okay.
You don't know.
From Minions. I do like Minions. Minions is a good film. What about this one?
The Rise of Gru and everything.
Oh, well, there you go. What do you think to this one? Oh, you mean like the Despicable Me guy?
Yes.
Well, he's not in Minions. Technically, he's only briefly in Minions. I think
he's still in it, though, isn't he? Still in it, though.
Actually, I think you find he's very briefly. Actually, what you should have said was Despicable Me.
He's still in Minions, though, isn't he?
Well, on the technicality, yes, you are right.
Right, so we're not here to talk about Minions, are we?
You brought it up, Matthew. You brought it up. Anyway, so what do you think of this one? Like, not like?
Not really.
No.
Not a big fan of them, I don't think.
No, not for you. I mean, not for me either, to be honest. That's the Codex, and always another picture of Drukhari stuff. I'm trying to sell you on. These guys are cool.
I'm not a big fan.
What about these guys? These big, horrible fellas. What's going on there?
Not a big fan.
No, you're not into it. Right, well, I failed to sell you on Drukhari. I mean, to be honest, like I say, Drukhari came very late for me, and if they weren't there in 2nd edition, they weren't there at all, in my opinion. I barely even allow Sisters of Battle because they came along right at the end of 2nd edition. But, But here we are, anyway.
Sisters of Battle the ones with the church tank.
They are the ones with the church tank, but they only introduced them right very, very at the end of the 2nd edition. So I only barely accept them as a thing. These Drukhari are Johnny Come Latelys. I mean, they only turned up in like 98. I mean, what was that?
Didn't the Necrons only get revealed like a couple?
I feel the same about the Necrons and the Tau. What are they? Who are you? Guys, but I do like the Necrons, so here we are. I'm only joking, really. I mean, I do accept all of the new things. I mean, I accept Age of Sigmar, for God's sake, and that was the thing. But no, I saw a joke, but I don't feel as. I think what I'm really getting at is I don't feel as fond of the Drukhari as I do as other factions because they weren't in the game that when I was playing as a teenager. So I don't have that nostalgia. But then again, things like Necrons, like you say, have won me over. So here we are. Anyway, on to the pre-orders. Enough yapping about such things.
You being a teenager and you being old.
And me being old. I am old. It's
a nerd.
So, again, harking back to me being a teenager, we had...
Oh, I thought we were going to start talking about you being
a teenager. Well, we were, but linking in. So, one of the factions of Warhammer Fantasy Battle I played a lot with the Chaos Dwarves. I never collected them, but the Chaos Dwarves are absolutely excellent. What they've done here is we have a reimagining of them for Age of Sigmar. I did hope they were going to... The Chaos Dwarves would be a faction in the old world, Fantasy Battle. But if they're going to be in the Age of Sigmar, I'm fine with that, because these look good. I mean... This is what they look like. So we've got...
What is that big
thing? It looks like we've got a box. We've got an army set. That's what's in the army set. We'll come back to that. That
doesn't look like a dwarf.
Because we're going to look at some miniatures. This is what they look like. This is the fellas.
They look like...
There he is.
I remember it looks like Galactus. I know it's not from the game.
Right. Galactus off of the Fantastic Four and that.
Yeah.
Oh, they're fine.
I know it's not from a video.
You're thinking of it from Fortnite though, aren't you?
No.
When he was floating across the sky.
I was thinking about it from Lego thingy.
Oh, right. Oh, yes, of course, yeah, Lego Marvel.
When we sent him into the void.
Yeah, we did. Oh, you're absolutely right. Oh, well remembered, Matthew. I haven't played that for years. But yeah, so basically these are slightly different to your normal dwarves. They are very armoured. There is meant to be a sort of Babylonian feel to them.
Yeah, I can see by on the chest, yeah.
The name is Hashut. A lot of them have big hats. We'll come to the big hats. I don't
They
know.
are a big hat.
I mean, I don't know who any of these guys are. I didn't read it, so he's a war despot. That's your war despot. I knew that. Of course, I did. These are your rank and file, I think. So, shall we have a look at the rank and file?
They look like priests.
Yeah, I mean, they do have quite big. I mean, back in the day, the hats were ludicrous. They were so big, they were ludicrous. But yeah, these are not quite so over the top. But they are fine. They're good. What do you think to them, Matthew? Are you liking the initial look we've had here?
They look cool, but I'm not a massive fan.
No, maybe we'll win
They're
you
not
over with some
on
more
like
of
the
this stuff.
line of Space Marines, but they're alright.
You quite like them as
They're
Age of
okay.
Sigmar goes?
Oh, if I was have to compare them with Age of Sigmar, then yeah, they're alright. They're
Yeah.
pretty good, yeah. Because I don't like Age of Sigmar unless it's silly.
I mean, they are usually quite silly. So here's a bit more. Here's some guys.
Well, Galactus
These are the
guys.
same guys with an optional build. You can build them with different weapons, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I do like them. I like the ethos. I mean, I would have preferred they just done Chaos Dwarfs, to be honest, and done it for all world. But here we are. Look at this fella. Oh. This green stuff is like something they mine, I think. I've got a feel it's a bit like Warpstone, but not Warpstone, I think.
Oh.
But it's like it's something chaos imbued. I think they were saying, because I watched the preview of these, or whatever the Warhammer event was when they announced them, and I think they were saying that the oh gosh, I can't remember what these things are called now. Hang on, what are they called? Helsmiths of Hashut. I don't think I've actually said the name. I'm probably just going to call them Chaos Dwarfs, to be honest. But here we are.
He's got cannons for hands.
He's got cannons for hands. So I think he was saying that the Helsmiths of Hashut believe they are sort of like they're not chaos. They think they're like really honourable, not. But then you'd think the clue to them would be when they always ally with the chaos powers. But here we are. But I don't think they're aligned to any specific chaos deity. So that's the thing.
Dad, by any chance does this chapter have heralds?
What do you mean, like heralds?
Like from
What?
Galactus? 'Cause they look like Galactus.
Oh, like the Silver Surfer?
Yeah.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
That'd be funny if they did.
What do you think to this build of it? So, what do you think to this thing? I didn't see what it was called. Hang on, let me have a
Oh,
look.
you literally read what it was called. It was like Summit of Hashut.
No, the Helsmiths. I'm having a look at what the Tormentor Bombard is. That thing. This fella here is a domination engine. This is a domination engine. You can build it in two ways by the looks of things.
I think I
This
like
is
that
the
one more.
bombard or whatever it was.
Yeah,
The
the Thingy Bombard.
Tormentor Bombard. What do you reckon to that?
I
Bit
like
of
that
artillery.
one. That one I like.
You like a bit of artillery. You're
Well,
not.
didn't I
You're not
buy
keen on
some?
it. You're not keen on this fella, though. You
No,
don't
I
like
am.
him?
I am.
Yeah, you like him.
He's alright.
Yeah.
I like him all
Option-
the I don't
optional
like
build.
that one as much.
You don't like that one as much. Well, there we go. I think these guys are quite good. So, what do you reckon to the Helsmiths of Hashut in general?
They're
not
quite
that
good. They're okay.
I think they're absolutely fine. I think there's some more stuff to come, by the way. So this is just what's in the box. So we're getting this box this week, which is basically you're getting what we've just looked at there. So you've got the Warpsmith. Was it Warpsmith? War Despot, even. I don't know where I got Warpsmith from. That's Skaven. War Despot, some rank and file, this big fella, and this big fella. So that's coming in the box. I know there's some more stuff to come because I know that you're getting some hobgoblins, which were basically they're the auxiliary unit for the Chaos Dwarves. They are being included here. And one of the things that the Chaos Dwarves always had were blunderbusses. And
the big gun.
yeah, the big gun has had a huge, big barrel on it.
It
But
was
yeah,
like an early shotgun, wasn't it?
it was, yeah. And we're going to be getting some of those as well. So here we are. But there we go. So that's Helsmiths of Hashut. I quite like them. I would have just preferred Chaos Dwarfs because I love Chaos Dwarfs.
Yeah.
I think there is like a big bull centaur model. We're not seeing that here. A couple of weeks when they do the full release of all the individual kits, I think we'll be seeing that, and that is spectacular. There is some really good stuff. But what we're getting here is just what's in the box, and it's fine.
Yeah.
It's good. Then we've got this. We've got a box. This is for the Death Rattle Tomb Host. It's a Spearhead box set. I love this because I think that the Death Rattle skeletons are great.
Are these like Necrons, but
Sort of, but this is Age of Sigmar again. So, but these are basically armored skeletons. Not like this
so
fella.
it's literally just Necrons, but not. They're made out of actual skulls instead of
Yeah,
weapons.
well, I really like these because these are typically including the vampire army, or they were part of the. So they are for the Soulblight Grave Lords. But I'm not that keen on the Grave Lords themselves, but I love the Death Rattle skeletons. So these fellas basically, I just think they're great models.
They are pretty. They do look pretty.
I think if I was gonna do Age of Sigmar, what I'd be doing is buying this box and playing just as no Soulblight Grave Lords themselves, or maybe a few just to spice it up a bit. But I think I would be going Death Rattle skeletons. I think these guys are really, really good. I love these. What do you think though, Matthew? What's your thinking?
I think they're very cool.
You think they're cool? You like an armoured skeleton?
They have aura.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that controversial about them. When they are just skeletons in armour.
Yeah.
But I really like that. I think that's
really
good.
cool.
Yeah, because I think that I wasn't that keen on. I can't remember what they're called, but the other Death Army with all the Bone Reapers, I think they're called. Oh,
that's the one with the ghosts.
No, you're thinking of the Night Haunt.
Oh yeah.
I love the Night Haunt as well, but I'm not that keen on there's big armoured skeleton guys, and they're just not what I wanted. What I wanted is these guys, skeletons in armour, which is better for me. I think I prefer these to anything that was in the old world, so Fantasy Battle. The skeletons in there typically weren't like armoured; they were all just sort of like
naked,
just a skeleton, just a skeleton,
naked.
And it was fine. These guys, I think, are really good. These are probably one of the best things I think in AOS, and I could be tempted. I could definitely be tempted.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a box that's coming out. If I didn't have so much to paint, I would definitely pick these guys up. If I hadn't just committed to a 27 miniature paint-a-thon that's going to last me like 6 months to a year, then I'd have probably. I'd probably be looking at it and saying something different, but here we are. We've also got a box for this is the Snarlpack Hunters. So these are your Wolf Riders, basically. I'm not going to buy them. So these are like little goblins riding on wolves. There you go, there we are. And I think these are cool. I mean, we've seen these before.
Mongolians.
They do. They've got the Mongolian hat going on, haven't they? I mean, we did look at these when they were first came out. I think we quite liked them at the time. The consensus we probably weren't going to get them. I think that probably stands. I've got no real feeling of compulsion to buy these. I probably, I could see myself buying some of the Squig Rider guys. And if I did, I'd probably pick some of these guys up because I like the Squig Riders. But
wait, is that Squig there?
No, we said this at the time because when they first brought these out, the Gloomspite Gits, or these Gloomspite Gits, we thought, oh, surely some squigs, but there weren't. There's no squigs. At the very worst, it's the side of a chariot that looks a bit squiggy. But yeah, what do you think, Matthew? What's your thoughts?
I mean, it's goblins riding wolves. What could you complain about?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I say,
and they look Mongolian.
I don't think they're the Gloomspite Gits. I really do like them, but they're never going to make it quite up my list of factions to buy. I mean, if we're lucky, I might do one Age of Sigmar army, in which case it's going to be those Death Rattle skeletons.
Yeah.
If I ever felt really overexcited, it'd be Cities of Sigmar, but chances are I'd never work my way down to these. But I like them though, they are good. Then we've got some Necromunda. So what do you know about Necromunda, Matthew?
Isn't it like there's a bunch of like floors of the world and they go further down?
It is absolutely that. It's a hive city, so and it has many
I was
many
going to
layers.
say that, but I thought that sounded wrong.
No, it's absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Matthew.
Isn't it like Coruscant?
It is a bit like that, but you have one big hive. It's like a pyramid, and you have hive quakes because it shifts on its own foundations and stuff. So yeah, I think that's basically what the setup here.
So Coruscant, but every part of it looks like a mountain.
Well, it is basically a big rookety because it's been built on and so on over the years, so it's not like a one thing. And it builds up to, and the higher you get, the nicer it is. Necromunda the game is set in the Underhive, so that's right down the bottom, and that's where bad things are going on.
Like the Underworld in Coruscant.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a bit like that. Yeah. So in Necromunda, it's all gangs fight each other and all sorts of cool stuff. I mean, back when I was playing it in the 90s, I played it a lot, and it was very much all just gangs themed a little bit around Mad Max and stuff like that.
Is there a mafia clan?
I think there is probably ones that are a bit like the Mafia, certainly. I can't think what they're all called though. I'm not that up on the lore anymore, but I'm reaching for which one they'll probably be.
What civilization owns Necromunda?
Oh, it's an Imperial city.
Oh.
So
why would the Imperials let that stuff sort of happen?
Well, we're going to come to it. They do try and police it with the Palatine Enforcers, these guys. See how I segued there? Excellent work. But yeah, so these guys are basically a police force for the Underhive. Very similar to the Adeptus Arbites that I have got a box of for Kill Team, but haven't got to.
The robots.
Although I will get to those at some point very soon. But yeah, so these guys are the police force. So there's this plastic box, eight guys, including 2 robot dogs. What are you thinking to the robot dogs, Matthew?
Doggies!
It's also £31.50. That's not bad, actually.
I don't care about the units, I just want the doggies.
You want the doggy? I'm looking for the doggies. There you go. That's the doggy. Big metal doggy. I do prefer the Arbites doggy, which is just a Rottweiler with some, bionic stuff going on.
Why don't we do that to Jellybean?
Why don't we replace him with a robot dog?
Home defence system.
I mean, why not?
Home Chihuahua system.
Well, maybe when Jelly gets old and leaves us inevitably at one stage, then maybe we'll get robot dog instead.
Is she gonna go find her own house?
Yeah, let's say that, Matthew. But yeah, I like these guys. What do you think to these guys then? What are you thinking, Matthew?
Doggies.
Not the normal. I like the normal guys as well. I think the normal guys look really good. I think these are good-looking miniatures.
I don't care about them, just the doggies.
I mean, part of me would quite like to put together like a combined Arbites and Palatine army, maybe. I think there is some other miniatures for Palatine Enforcers. I think there is also I remember there being a car for them.
As long as there's doggies, I'll get it.
Yeah, with the doggies. There's also some other bits and pieces for the Palatine Enforcers. So we've got these guys.
Those are pretty cool.
Caution, they are Forge World resin.
But there's no doggies.
No, there's no doggies. But these guys are cool. They are Forge World resin, but they are a bit bigger.
What if you put the doggies inside the armour?
I'm not sure how that would work, to be honest, but
Yeah, but at least there's doggies.
Yeah, I mean, so these guys, I think they look cool. I'm not going to buy them because of the Forge World resin, if I'm honest. Also, I've got so much to build already.
Why do they make stuff in Forge World resin?
It's just a different range, and it's you can get better detail with it. I mean, one of the things I did find with the War Wagon is there's a lot more precision in the actual build of it. It's very sharp edges and stuff like that you can get out of it, and it's fine. It's just a bit more difficult to work. To be honest, having built the War Wagon, I would say Forge World resin isn't awful to work with. It is fine. It's a bit more difficult. You need to know what you're doing with it, but it's a bit faffier, but it's alright. I like these guys. These guys look cool. If you were putting together a full army, it does give you a bit more variety, and I like that. It's good for someone if they wanted to build a full force.
It'd be better if there was doggies inside them, but it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got these guys. These are the Palatine Companions. These are meant to be like bodyguards for...
They look like the Romans.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Well, these guys are used as bodyguards for rich people. Basically, if someone was journeying through the Underhive, then they, they might employ a couple of these guys to look after them.
By any chance, is the doggies in the helmet?
There is no doggies in the helmets, unfortunately. But there we go.
Games Workshop, come on.
Oh, we've got some other bits. These again, Necromunda. These are for the Ash Wastes. There's a few factions.
Is that
are
where
these ones Forge World resin?
Is that where everything burned down or something?
It's on the outside of the hive. This is outside of the Ash Wastes.
Why is it the Ash Waste?
Because it's nuclear war land or something. I can't remember
So
if
why would they
Necromund's
build
been nuked.
Why did they build a big city on somewhere where it's been nuked?
Well, because everyone lives in the city and they're safe because they're inside the big hive.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if it has been. I don't know if it has been nuked. I presume it's been nuked because it's Warhammer 40,000.
I was thinking that it was because of all the waste that the city must be producing that they just dump it outside the city.
No. I'm thinking more from some sort of nuclear war or something, probably. But yeah, so you got these insect things. What do you think to the insect things? The ash wings.
They look like mosquitoes.
But big, really big.
Yeah, big mosquitoes.
There is a faction that ride on bugs and stuff like that, basically. And these would go along with those guys. I can't remember what they're called, but one of the guys for them.
How do you even tame a mosquito?
Ash waste nomads. They'll give you a bit of food. Maybe your buddy, probably something like that. But yeah, anyway, there's those guys. Some dice for the Palatine Enforcers. This might be up. This is certainly up my street. So these are made to order space. These are metal. These are old miniatures.
Oh.
This guy.
They're older than me.
This guy is ludicrously old. I mean, I think they're probably all ludicrously old. This guy is going back to Rogue Trader sort of times.
They look like that.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, this guy is probably, tiny. Probably about the size of an Imperial Guardsman these days. But yeah, that's how big they were. That's the sort of size they were. What do you think to these guys? Even though they're old but good, what do you reckon?
No, they look cool.
I like this guy. I think this Terminator
cool.
looks great. I think it's a great looking Terminator.
They look cool, but I wouldn't paint them.
No, well, I was sort of tempted to pick some up. I mean...
But they're being shot.
What's this guy called again? I can't remember what he's called.
The Tamer of the Beast.
He's called Njal Stormcaller. So this is one of the ones we've looked at because they've reissued him as a new plastic miniature in the new range they've just done. Oh. So that there is a new miniature for this guy. But this is how he was back in the olden days. That's where he was.
Back in your time.
I got this fella as well.
In like the 1920s.
Yeah. I don't know if are these Forge World resin or are these... Oh, they're metal. These are metal.
Yeah, you said they were metal.
Bloody hell, this would be awful to work with. I am half tempted. Shall we just have a quick look? Is that going to bring up
Are they made out of iron or something?
£25 for him. Oh, blimey. Would have been £3.99 in the blister pack back in the day. It might be worth... I mean,
inflation.
Part of me thinks it'd be nice to buy one just to have it for old time's sake.
Back in your day, you could buy a house for about 20p in a Freddo.
Well, maybe so. Thatcher government and that. Or satire. Yeah, this guy. Look, I don't.
I can guess who that is.
It's an old favourite, isn't it?
Is it called Bjorn by any
this
chance?
Guy, I'm not keen. He looks. It's the smirk, I think,
yeah.
But I think he is Luke's the trickster. So he has a bit of a trickster look on his face.
He's a
not
clown.
Also, that fist is far too big.
Yeah.
Far too big.
Bigger than his other hand.
It's wild. Well, it's a power fist, but it's just
bigger than Zed.
It's far too big. It could go on a dreadnought. Speaking of which, Bjorn the Fell-Handed. Should we have a look in metal? You fancy putting together a metal Bjorn?
No.
Is this? I'm just trying to see if he is... Yeah, he is metal. Oh my god, that could be awful. Oh, dear lord. You'd have to pin him. You'd have to have some proper kits for this guy. Have they marked him as a 15+? Because I think they probably should. If you're working with something like this, you're going to need a drill, a proper drill that is. You have to be pinning him or he ain't staying together. I do quite... Because there is something nice about having that bit of heft to a dreadnought miniature.
I wish when you were making a dreadnought you could put like a little shriveled up human being in them.
That's sure you could do a bit of conversion, make that dream happen.
Just put a little bean in there.
Well, maybe so. But yeah, anyway, there you go. So that's Bjorn, the original Bjorn. I mean, it's not that different from the Bjorn that's sat over my left shoulder, who you painted. It's a very, very similar model. This one is metal though.
I have an idea.
What's that?
Dreadnought, driven by a dog.
What? Well, Space Wolf. Let's be completely clear here, Matthew. If you're on the battlefield with Bjorn, half the time is spent trying to stop him humping the leg of like a nearby Titan, or something.
Sounds like Jellybean, doesn't it?
Well, exactly.
Me.
So there we go. So that is that, and then we've got some black library books. That looks quite well bound. I do like the binding on that. And that's it.
No Black Library.
That is the week in Warhammer.
Why are they not doing Black Library?
They are doing Black Library.
Oh.
They're not doing Warhammer Plus.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, Warhammer Plus, yeah. I don't know. Nothing new for it this week. Had a holiday or something, I guess. Something like that. There we are.
Sleep.
So what was your favourite out of everything we've seen from this week then?
Doggies. Metal doggies.
The metal doggies, these guys.
No.
What?
The actual metal doggies.
Right, I see what you mean. These metal doggies.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I mean, as opposed to these metal doggies.
Yeah.
Fine. I quite like these guys. I've got to go for the big ticket here. I think these guys. I'm not sure what I like the most out of them. I think I'm always a bit.
So you'd rather have one of them over a metal jelly bean?
I think if I was going to buy anything this week, it would probably be these guys. The Death Rattle Skeleton.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. Death Rattle Skeleton box. If I was going to buy one thing from this week's pre-orders, or indeed the Lady Malice that we looked at earlier from the Drukhari, it would be this box of Death Rattle Skeletons. I think, and indeed, I might well at some stage buy this box.
That'd be funny. A full army of metal doggies.
You think?
War
Why not?
dogs! War dogs!
War dogs.
War dogs!
I mean, I'm sure that someone out there has made something similar. There we are. Anyway, there we go. It's good, wasn't it? We enjoyed that. Very good. Very good. Right. So, what are we going to say to the viewers?
Bye, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell.
Bye. See you next week.